Hi there. Welcome to week 11 of our 2021 gardening journal vlog. It is raining. So, that is very sad. Puts a crimp in some of our plans. It looks like it's going to rain all weekend, but there's still stuff we can do. We bought some more dirt this week to plant the potatoes, so we can wheel that over to the potting area and plant some potatoes today. And not one, but two potting benches arrived this week. The original lost and supposedly never shipped, no tracking number information ever. One showed up that has been fully refunded, and the second one, which is the backup I bought, have both showed up. So we're gonna assemble them both. I guess we get two potting benches now. I can work with that. I'm pretty excited about that. But we're gonna need the hand cart to get the potting benches to right here, so we can assemble them in the garage where it's not raining. But to get the hand cart, we got to take the dirt off the hand cart, wheel it down there. Also, we had a frost this week. We had 2 days of weather below 32 degrees. So my wife and I did all of the necessary prep for it. We brought in the basil plants inside because they do not like weather below 40. And we covered up the cucumbers and the fennel and the bok choy and the peppers with plastic and the tomatoes with plastic. And we let the cold hardy brassicas, the cauliflower, the strawberries, I guess that's not a brassica, but they don't mind the cold, the broccoli, and the seedling, the things that are seeded, the beans, the beets, and the carrots, we left those uncovered. And it looks like everything made it except one cucumber plant on the edge, one planter of holy basil that I forgot to bring in the second night. I just totally spaced it on that. And two pepper plants on the edge of the plastic. Seems like they got a little frozen. They're a little dead. So we're gonna replant those from our copious backups here. Check the compost, of course, and I think that's going to be about it. We'll see if anything else comes up or if the rain stops. There is more planting to be done. We still have 3 or 4 more planters, but I don't know if we're going to get any of that planting done in the rain. But let's just get started on the day, start moving around the dirt and the potting benches, and get going on all of that. The stuff gets so heavy when it's wet. Luckily, it just started raining, so only the first bag or two was a little wet. And I got this place to put it to keep it dry, so we'll keep it here for now. Keep it from getting too wet. Okay. All right, well, we're just gonna plow through assembling both of these one by one. Do them both. Both of them supposedly have wheels, so once they're done, I can wheel them down to the back area. So here we go. Well, there is number one. I really like it. It's a little smaller than I thought, but it's all wood, except for the tub. It's plastic. It's cedar, I think. It smells like cedar. And it's wood screw construction and bolts. It's nice. I'm into it. We're gonna do the second one now. But yeah, I'm glad I got two. I feel good about this. Well, that sure was weird. These two are shockingly similar, but definitively different. Both made in China. They both smell like cedar. Both painted gray. Slightly different shades of gray. The one on the left is a slightly better build quality and easier to build. They assembled the drawer for you, for example, and it's got these wooden wheels, which I think are a lot nicer than these plastic wheels. But the one on the right, it's kind of interesting. It's like, it's got a couple nicer features, like it's got these little hooks for some trowels and whatnot, and it's got this handle to carry it when you move it, even though the handle's in a weird place and it was the wrong width, and I swear to God I didn't mess it up. It definitively had it on the lower one, not the upper one. This bracket doesn't fit right here. I had to shorten it to fit. The tolerances are all messed up on this thing. Over here on this side, it's got a problem there. I tried to screw it in, didn't work, but at least I got it attached there. It's just weird. I don't know, it's ugly, right? That one's in a lot better shape, but I don't know, man. You know, it'd be fine. Like, I don't know which was more expensive. I don't remember anything like that. This has got a plastic top. This has got a wood top. In a perfect world, in a real world, in a logical world, on Amazon, you could read these differences and you could pick the one you wanted, but you can't. They don't tell you anything. There's no way to know. There's no way to judge. You just gotta order them and wing it. But now I got two, and honestly, I'm pretty psyched because I do a lot of potting. So yeah, it's still raining. So we're gonna pot some potatoes, but we're gonna do it, I guess, under the porch. I don't know. This rain's a drag. I'm gonna clean up this mess over here off camera and then I'm gonna decide what. All right, well, that little cleaning excursion gave me a little moment of zen there, gave me a couple ideas of things I can do. I gotta get the pots or the buckets ready for these potatoes, and all this stuff needs to be water and fertilized. Okay, here we are in the downstairs covered part of the patio, and I'm gonna pot up the potatoes. So, 4 inches of potting soil at the bottom of the bucket. If only we had a convenient little pail. Ha 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 ha, this is fantastic. Yay, having a potting bench. Alright, there we go. Put some potato starts in. These are a little too dry, so got 5 buckets. We got about a dozen of these. I'm going to do about 3 per bucket because I'm worried they're not going to start, because I'm supposed to only do this for a few days and I did it for a week. Because I have a job and I can only garden on the weekends. Okay, there's one. And we just put them out here and get watered right away. Sprouting part facing up. And another 3 inches, 4 inches of dirt. I suppose if these all work, I've overplanted, but I'm not convinced any of them are going to work because I'm basically incompetent in gardening. But we shall see. Maybe they'll work. Maybe they won't. Got a few more and I'm out of buckets. I got this great planter. So we're going to do that. Six makes sense. 24 starts, 4 per bucket. Oh yeah, you're also supposed to mulch these. Let's get the mulch out. You're supposed to put a pretty thick layer of mulch. Like 3 inches of mulch. And we are done. Yay, potting bench. Hello. It's the next day. Let's take a look at things and see how the garden is doing. We did a little quick review of the garden yesterday in the rain, but we're going to cut all that because it was quick and sad and rainy. And today's sunny, so we're going to do it over again and check in on everything. Strawberries look happy. No problem there surviving the frost. We figured that was the case. We do have a couple things going on here. We got some holes in this leaf, and we got a broken leaf. That looks like about it. I suspect that broken leaf is from squirrel. It's rained, so our squirrel spray is gone, so we're going to need to redo that. This is the beets. They haven't sprouted yet, but no signs of squirrel attack. Looks like our repellent is working. Same thing with the various bush beans here. No sign of squirrel digging. That's good. Our cauliflowers and broccolis are all looking pretty good. Shishito peppers. These were under the covers for the frost. I got them covered up, so I figured those would be good. This is mainly a bed of Thai chili peppers and some onions. Interplanted. All looking good. Very exciting. This is an assortment of peppers. A few that I had grown over the winter. And the rest, spring seedlings. All looking good except for these two over here. I think the frost must have gotten them somehow or something else did, so we're going to replant both of those today. The overwintered peppers are still not making a comeback, which is very sad, except for that one guy there. And the rest are not. Very sad about that. We're not going to give up though. A couple more weeks, we'll see. And the carrots are doing great, starting to sprout. Very exciting. Might do some additional mulching on that one. Got a purple oval basil and a sweet basil over there. Hopefully my first big basils as I use up this winter basil on the upper porch. Fennel all made it. It's looking happy. Still small, but coming along. But these cucumbers, that one seems to have frosted. These two are fine. That one's frosted. That one's frosted. So 3 new cucumbers in that one. These guys are doing all right. This loofah's doing all right. This baby bok choy is looking good. These cucumbers, I don't know about this one. This one's a little iffy. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. We had one here. It's gone. So 4 new cucumbers we need to plant today. So I think we're going to do that now. Nothing going on with the grapes that I bought that I let go winter too long. This grapevine's doing okay though, but I don't know. It's not really growing a lot more since I brought it out here. But we remain optimistic. And that one's done. That one's done. That's a tomato plant we planted last week, looking good. A bunch of our potatoes we just planted yesterday. The loofah looking good. And over here is the second replacement, or the replacement blueberry, the second blueberry bush. Looks like it's doing okay. Up on the porch we have some Roma and cherries. Looking pretty good. Survived the frost. Those got covered. Had some problems on this leaf here. And that leaf there. I don't know, this one might not have made it. But we're going to give it a week or two. We've got backups if we need it. I might pot up a backup of that. What is that? This is, oh yeah, this is the thing about labels. I lose them. Oh, here it is. This is a Roma. So we're going to pot up a Roma in the garage. One of the ones that's in solo cup, move it up to the next size, have it ready as a backup. Indeterminate's all looking good. They were covered nicely. I'm feeling pretty good there. basils I brought in. My little basil garden. These all are going to need bigger pots, aren't they? But they're fine. Green stock got covered by a big drum container, drum liner, 50-gallon garbage bag. Fit the thing really nicely. It was pretty impressive. So that's all looking good. Wow, yeah, some of this stuff's doing really well. Look at that. We're gonna have some actual lettuce here soon. Exciting. All these Asian basils, sweet basil, those got brought in, so they're fine. The mint can handle over winter. Need to replant this baby bok choy. I forgot to bring that in, as well as this holy basil. This planter needs to get redone. And over here, 4 baby bok choy looking good, and the rosemary's looking good. So, in the end, we need to plant 4 cucumbers, 4 holy basils, baby bok choy, and a pot a Roma tomato. Oh, and over here we have 2 watermelons. We moved them and covered them up, so they're looking pretty good. That one I need to get a trellis going on. This one's gonna trellis up with the cucumbers. But yeah, they're looking good. Got both my garden benches all set up, which is very exciting. Got my potting soil bin back. I like to have a plastic bin to dump the potting soil so I can scoop it into smaller pots. And I got room for it because I got the 2 tables now. Overgot my ceilings from the garage that we're going to be replanting today. Yeah, it's a nice setup. Some hooks there for my brush, for my trowel. Got the drawers, got all my garden shears in them. I'm happy with it. I think it's going to be great. I'm facing out on the pond, which always makes me happy. Got to check what these 2 dying peppers are so we can get more. That one's Thai, which is a real bummer. Because I don't have a lot of Thai. I was relying on the overwintered ones. I don't see the label for this one. It's the problem with the popsicle sticks. They're brown, so they get camouflaged. But I bet it's Thai as well because it's next to it. That one's a banana. That one's a banana. I think we're gonna put a Thai if we have it, or banana. So we'll go get 2 pepper plants for here. All right, what do we got here? Bangkok F1 is a Thai pepper. It's a different strand. Looks like these are all Bangkok F1s. Oh, we got a banana. All right, we'll do 1 banana and 1 Thai. We'll see how those do. Hopefully we have repaired that damage.
Wowie, wowie. Do gardening. How good.
So we're gonna replace that cucumber, and that cucumber. 3 cucumbers are gonna be replaced. I got different types here. That's probably this as well. This label here. Look at that. It never even left its home. This guy never took off. I guess maybe this big wood clump here. Jeez. Alright. Looks like this guy is just a case of bad planning. Bad planting. I did not get the soil around him pushed up against him and then firmly packed in enough so his roots didn't find it. There's probably an air pocket there. Or that little piece of wood. This leaf mulch, mold compost mulch, leaf mold compost mulch. It's great, but it does decay really fast. Which is great because it's providing nutrients, but you gotta remulch. I'm discovering. I've never used it before. We are learning. On this bed, we lost 1 cucumber there. guy looks sad, but I think he might make it. I've seen cucumbers come back from worse. These guys did really good early on, and then they sort of crapped out. But we're gonna get the one replaced. So I got these 2 cucumbers left from this 6-pack. I think I'm just gonna put them into some pots here. That one's pretty sad, but that one's looking in good shape. So I think we're just gonna give them a shot to grow up a little bit more, and we're gonna leave them out here, let them grow. Maybe they'll trellis off of this thing or something. I don't know, but I don't want to waste them, and I don't want to have that 6-pack back in the thing. So let's just pot them up. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is sort of fix the trellising in this area. I got this thing last year at Home Depot, just a prefab trellis. Didn't really work here. It worked okay. It's kind of cable tied up. It's not awesome. I did trellis netting here and it worked great. So we're going to do that. It's a little ugly now, but it looks great and it's fine once the cukes are on it. And I'm going to put some trellis netting on this side, and then I'm going to take that thing and I'm going to move it over here and just tie it up right there for that watermelon. Okay, watermelons. 2 bags. That's 2 grow bags from last year that my wife bleached and washed, got all clean. We're gonna use them for 2 watermelons. I'm actually gonna take these 2 and put them on the porch, I think. This is a bed of cyan basil. I forgot to bring in the second night of the frost. Some of it made it, but that one did. This one didn't, this one didn't. It needs to be planted. This is a Napa cabbage that got frozen, so I'm gonna pull it out, plant a new one. Sad. I just spilled a bunch of purple opal basil and wrecked it all, but I got 1 plant, so I'm gonna save the 1 plant. This was an errant seed thing. One of my watermelon. I don't know what it is. But we're gonna plant it. It'll be a surprise plant. Who doesn't love surprises? Definitely a brassica though, so if we go with the other brassicas. Forgot about this little guy. I'm gonna plant some lettuce in this little guy. Baker Creek Ice Queen lettuce. Okay, we're gonna plant radishes in this one. It's not ideal. I won't get a lot of radishes, but I don't have any more wide, narrow, big pots or buckets or anything. And I forgot to plant them. They're spring planting. It's 23 days, so that's not bad on this Johnny's Crunchy King hybrid round. And then we got some Fairy Morse Early Scarlet Globe, 25 days. So I'm gonna do half and half. I'm doing like the carrots and the beans. And then we'll thin later and hope we get some radishes. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here with the spinach. Not the ideal planter, but the seedling spinach I did. I'm actually gonna start some of these seedling spinach too, but it didn't work. I don't know why, maybe it was too hot. So gonna plant some in here, mulch it well, put it over with the brassicas, hope for the best, and then we'll do some in seed starter trays as well. Then the other thing I've messed up this year is I haven't planted any peas. Ideally I do them in a row or a long pot planter, but I don't have any of those. So I guess I'm just gonna do them in these. It's less than ideal. Also don't know where I'm gonna put them. And it's getting to be pretty late in the spring, but we're gonna do, I think, 6 of these. Hope for the best. If they take off, we'll transplant them to something else, I guess. Except for bees don't like to be transplanted. Ugh, I can't win. Let's read the labels. Okay, this will actually, I think, work. Well, you know what? We'll use some slightly bigger ones, too. All right, I had to go organize the tomato starts. There's still a bajillion of them, but I got this one last big pot, so I'm gonna do one more Roma tomato. It's determinate and a bush. This is a little bit bigger pot than the one I was doing the other ones in. So I feel like I should do one more. Plus, I don't know what other big thing to put in a pot. I'm gonna eat a lot more tomatoes than I am watermelons, so let's do it. Get a bunch of stuff in small pots. It's seedlings, hot stuff. These are Munchers by Baker Creek cucumbers. These are Johnny Seeds Market More 76 slicing cucumbers. I think we're gonna do 5. Weakest one goes into compost. So I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I'm just gonna put these 10 or so new cucumbers right over here. This little nook I have, I've never known what to do with. Maybe the squirrels will get them, but maybe it'll keep the squirrels from those. If they succeed, they can trellis up the other side of these trellises. If they fail, maybe they're just honey pot for the squirrels to keep them from getting other stuff. Okay, so just to give you a sense of where this thing is situated, right there. But it is facing south, so it gets a ton of sunlight. So I think it should be okay. I used to just keep the wheelbarrow there. I'll find a different place for it. Maybe back there. There's snakes back there, though. It's scary. But yeah, I don't know. This is all just backups and extras, so we're gonna see what happens this year. Make it a little garden. Be almost a great place to make a little raised bed. If this works next year, we will consider that. We're gonna water. Okay, we're done for the day. We gotta clean up and spray for squirrels. And then we're gonna do the compost real quick, but that will be about it. Quick compost update. It is not any warmer, but it's still composting. I don't care anymore, like I said. Just want to check in. But really, we're all done. And I wanted to say goodbye. Have a lovely week, but I wanted to show you these. Look at these, just all over the ground. Butterfly bush, I think it's called. But that is very beautiful. Have a good week. Thanks for watching.